Hello. Hi, everyone, and welcome to our webinar for Words Unlocked. Thank you for being here. Our Words Unlocked team consists of me, Christina Campbell, my partners, Kayla Holland and Kat Crawford at BreakFree Education as well. So if you have questions as you are participating in BreakFree's Words Unlocked, we are the three that will answer your questions and be there to help you and support you along the way. So, what is Words Unlocked? Words Unlocked is our national poetry competition. It's a month long initiative that includes 7 days of structured poetry curriculum. And our materials include things like our lessons, our lesson plans, our slides, handouts that maybe needed to use for handing out to students, and we also have optional lessons, which I'm going to get to. But all of those materials are going to be available on our website. And then our slogan for Words Unlocked is that far too many young people are locked up around the country. Through this initiative, we continue to ensure that their words are not. So every year we choose a theme for our poetry contest that we encourage students to incorporate into the poems that they write and submit to us. This year, 2023, our theme is heritage. So heritage is valued objects and qualities that have been passed down from previous generations. That can include traditions, languages, personal objects, or even buildings. So as you're working with your students throughout this initiative, we really encourage you to keep pointing them back to this theme of heritage, and encourage them to really explore what heritage means to them, to their families, to their friends, to their communities, and really tie that into the poem that they write for submission to our contest. Of course, they can write many poems throughout this month, but at least the one that they submit to us should include the theme around heritage. So another plug for our resources, as I mentioned, they are all available on our website. I'm going to drop that website into the comments below. So on that website, you'll scroll down to find the teacher resources. You'll find all of the lesson plans, as I mentioned, presentation slides. You'll also find our contest guidelines and policies, and I encourage you to check that out before you submit. So everything you need will be available on our website. So please visit that. We also have a great walkthrough video that walks you through in more depth than this webinar will go about the content in the slides. I am going to put a plug here about our optional lessons also available on that website. So these lessons are in addition to those 7 structured days of curriculum. If you want to go dig deeper, these optional lessons get into rhyme scheme, poem structure, they get into elegies and odes, concrete poems. So it's just another way for you, if your students are really, really engaged in poetry, as we know that so many students are and so creative, you can rely on these additional optional lessons to ramp up the initiative at your site. I also want to tell you about our weekly challenges. So Words Unlocked is all month of April. That's 4 weeks. But on the first 3 weeks, we host weekly challenges. And so each Friday, students can submit a poem to our weekly challenge. It will then announce the winner of that weekly challenge on the following week on Monday during our weekly emails. But I want to highlight what those 3 weekly challenges are. The first week is a haiku. So students can write a haiku in a certain structure and submit it to us. Second week, we're going to focus on blackout poetry. So students are going to take a page of a book and actually block out words in order to create their own new poetry through those words. And then in week 3, we're going to focus on acrostic poems. So an acrostic poem using our theme, the slide is not correct. It says renewal. That was last year's, but the acrostic poem will be using our theme of heritage. So they'll use heritage in order to create an acrostic poem. As I mentioned, these are due on Friday and close of business of Friday each week of those first 3 weeks. That you can submit these by emailing them to us at initiatives@breakfree-ed.org. And winners will be announced each week. We will have prizes for our winners as well. Normally, our prizes include something along the lines of either a book of poetry or a poetry journal, so students can continue writing their own. So about our contest, Words Unlocked culminates in a nationwide contest that students can submit their poems to. All of our guidelines and rules around the contest are in those policies and guidelines located on the website. I want to highlight a couple here. First is that the poems that are submitted to us can only be the top 3 winning poems of a facility-wide contest. Because Words Unlocked is one of our most popular initiatives, we get an onslaught of poetry submissions. So in the past several years, we've had to manage this by asking you to first host your own school-wide, facility-wide, classroom-wide contest and submitting the top 3 winners from that to us. There are some exceptions depending on the size of your facility where we'll take more than 3 submissions. That is all noted in our policies and guidelines document. Please reach out if you have any questions on that. I'll also highlight the poem should be 50 lines or fewer. They have to be previously unpublished by students. It has to be the sole and entire work of students. And then number 5 there highlighted is that it's submitted as a Word document. This is really, really important for us. Any poems that are submitted as a PDF or handwritten will not be accepted. We have a template that you can use. It's linked on the submission portal. It's linked in the slides, on the lesson handouts. On the lesson plans, and it's also linked in that guidelines and policies document that I've been mentioning. So please pay attention to that. I'll note here that our submission portal opens on April 17th and it will remain open until April 30th when we'll close it the last day. And we're really looking forward to getting your student submissions and seeing what incredible poems they write around the theme of heritage. So that's all we have for this webinar, but if you have questions, never hesitate to reach out to us at initiatives@breakfree-ed.org. That is what we are here for, to answer your questions and support you as you facilitate Words Unlocked in your classrooms. So again, thank you for participating in Words Unlocked this year. We're very, very excited, and please reach out if you have any questions, and best of luck.